Brother, oh brother, what have I become? In the morning I'll be with you, and if not, in the morning I'll be gone. Sister, oh sister, where have we been? This morning I'll be with you, and if not, in the morning I'll be dead. What's the promises were made? I never knew quite what they meant.
Okay. I am Jake. I'm here with Branches. Here at the barn for the first time. Can I have you guys go through and introduce yourselves?
I'm Mike, I'm the drummer.
I'm Tyler, I'm not the drummer.
I'm Natalie. I don't know what to call myself.
I'm also Tyler, but I play electric.
I'm Jacob, I'm the bus driver.
And my name's Mitch, and I play bass.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'm going to start at the beginning with you guys here. I've been doing some reading. You guys met up at Azusa Pacific, is that right?
Yep.
Can you just take me through like how the formation and how you guys started?
Yeah. Well, we all kind of met over the course of like 2 years, really. Tyler and I were roommates freshman year, and at Azusa Pacific we have like chapel services where we'll essentially put on like church services, and Natalie and Tyler were playing in one of those chapel bands together, and kind of through that connection we all kind of slowly started getting connected with each other. A couple of us lived together, and then I had been kind of writing some songs, and Natalie had been writing some songs, Jacob had been writing some songs, and one night some friends of ours were having this party at their house, and they wanted some people to play music, and we were like, whoa, we've all written some songs, let's so Natalie did a set, and I did a set, and Jacob did a set, and we kind of like were each other's backing bands, and then we realized how much fun it was. Yeah. So we decided to kind of expand it out, and then the six of us got together, and we just kind of started from there.
Where does the name come from, Branches?
Well, the unromantic version is that we were all hanging out in Mitch's apartment, just like throwing names out at each other, like, what about Ben and him? What about this? And we were like throwing stuff back and forth, and like, no. And then someone finally, after like, we had like months of,
yeah.
we were on strike.
Easily.
We just locked ourselves in the apartment, and someone said Branches, and we started kind of talking about the first of all, we kind of like the idea of it, the feeling of it, kind of the imagery it evoked. But then there's kind of some other meanings. Obviously, coming from a Christian background like what we did at APU, there's a verse in the Bible that talks about the vine and the branches, and the idea of dwelling together and dwelling among God and with God, and in that finding life and life that matters. And also we just kind of found that like in the early days especially, we were friends before we were bandmates, and so the idea of community always meant so much to us. So the idea of branches meaning more together, and meaning more as a collective, and being a part of something bigger, like the tree imagery, than we could ever be on our own, was really something that kind of spoke to us.
That's cool. So you guys kind of got some popularity a lot through your YouTube videos. The first one was in July of 2010, Sister and Stevens cover. Where did you guys get the ideas for doing your covers, or starting that series?
Well, actually, the first time Natalie and I sang together was at a Christmas concert on campus, and so the first kind of experience we had singing together was singing Christmas songs, and like I said, us just being friends before we were a band, we were just used to, we lived together, we played music together, one of us would bust out a guitar and start singing some, Katy Perry song or whatever, and the rest of us would join in, and we just found that like cover songs and being on the road as much as we were, just like listening to other people's music and what, it just kind of became a part of our identity. And not only did we like writing and doing our own music, but we also were like, let's find an excuse to sing these other songs that are like kind of guilty pleasures, but more just pleasures.
Right. Also, other people write better songs.
Yeah, it's way easier to sing someone else's song too. So we went with that, and we did this whole like cover of the month campaign where we did a cover video once a month for a while, and it was fun, and we still find that we enjoy working in cover songs into our set. And the only tricky part is when people start to ask if we're a cover band, and then we go, oh, maybe we should dial it back a bit. But otherwise, it's fun.
Okay, well, what would you say is your guys' like favorite covers? You can each go through them or whatever that you've done so far, or that you have done.
Yeah.
Some of your favorite, if it's too hard to decide.
I'll go first. I'd say, well, we obviously have a lot that we like, and we always kind of go, we should do this one tonight, and we should do this one tonight. I'll say we did a cover of Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. One of the reasons that one was really fun for us is that was the first experience we had with a stage diver at one of our shows. We were in the middle of, I think Tyler was in the middle of his guitar solo, and someone just was so fired up. He just came up on stage and he was like,
must jump off.
I was like, I'd never seen someone stage dive at a folk rock show. We were all for it. So.
I really like a song that hasn't been released yet that we're working on, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything about it, but I don't
Yeah,
care. We're covering "Do You Want Somebody to Love" by Cher.
Don't
you?
James
Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah, Jefferson Airplane.
Jefferson Airplane.
Start over.
Cher. No, Cher's good.
Cher.
Do you want somebody to love?
Do you believe in love after love?
So yeah, that's what it was. That's
Different
the
song.
one. No, we're doing that cover right now, and hearing it being worked out in the recording, it sounds amazing, and I can't wait to start playing it live.
Yeah, that's a fun
It's
one.
huge.
I don't think we've ever done it live. The Sound of Silence, the Simon and Garfunkel one. Yeah,
It's too sad.
Jacob does some magical stuff. So, but like,
And your hair was brown.
Oh,
you don't like my hair brown?
I didn't say that.
Stated the facts.
yeah, that was a fun one.
We don't do it live. Your hair was brown.
Well, I liked. What's that one that we always play? I Believe in a Thing Called Love. Just because it's always so fun. Like everyone loves that song. It's like the catchiest song of ever. And,
They single-handedly revived glam rock
Yeah.
for a
So
short
true.
stint.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's the
No, it's
7th
bad.
grade shred
That
rock
shit's-
version of Tyler Madsen that just
Yeah.
comes
It
alive
made-
every
it
time
made
we
its
play
way
that.
into our cover song selection. Stay tuned for our Pantera cover next month.
Yeah.
I like our Not a Nottingham cover from the Robin Hood movie. That's a favorite.
That was one of the first too, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the OG
Horrible
covers.
recording that we have on YouTube.
Yeah, we did that.
We
Like our
should
first
redo that
show, we
one.
did that song. That was a fun one.
And then my favorite is "Skinny Love" by Bon
Oh,
Iver.
yeah. Dang, I forget.
It's just so
everything.
fun to play live because
Yeah.
that's I can get off the bass and play
No one
like,
had
just
the
ring
same.
hits.
No one liked the same cover.
I was surprised at that too.
Yeah,
That's genuinely my favorite.
yeah, it's a fun
I
one.
kind of like Baby Don't Hurt Me.
Yeah,
All right.
That's one of my
Talk about
favorites. Yeah, What Is Love?
I literally forgot we covered.
Also
like,
Chim
half
Chim
of
Ring.
this.
Yeah, lots of Disney
Oh, we
songs.
like a lot of our covers. Let's be real. They're all
It's right.
pretty
I guess that's good.
conceited.
I guess that's
Oh,
good.
pretty fun. At least it's other people's music though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
In that same line of thought, what would you guys say is like your most difficult cover, like the hardest one to convert to folk or in other means?
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah, that one's pretty.
Yeah, but a lot of
pretty
times,
difficult.
heavy pop songs are really easy because
but,
they have like
like,
a
the-
simple.
But
beat.
melodically, it's like they kind
Yeah.
of transfer easily. I think like Skinny Love because you're like so close genreistically.
And we've had a lot of people say like you should cover a Mumford song, you should cover a Lumineers song, you should, and it's like I mean we love that music, like we obviously listen to it and we're like it would be super fun, but we're like for us a lot of the fun is in taking a song like I Believe in a Thing Called Love, it's this like ridiculous stupid glam rock hit or
Stupid.
How to
It's
Be,
awesome.
What Is Love,
What if
or
the
a
Diamonds
Halo
see
song.
this? You just
They
love
will.
it.
In that
You
stream,
just-
it's,
obviously
it's
love
not
it.
so much that it's difficult for like us to pull from other genres, but trying to recreate music from the same genre, like folk music, and trying to make it our own is really difficult.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, and I think Skinny Love is probably the one that comes the closest in genre. So that one took a little bit of a stretch, but it's fun. It's fun to do.
Those are the best YouTube comments too. I think.
Yeah, we get some hatred from the purists, which is
It's the
fun.
best. It's the best.
It'll just be like totally ruin this song, thumbs down, and I'm like, cool. See you later.
Always stay away from YouTube comments.
Yeah,
I think it's so
It's good.
funny.
It's good. You know, every once in a while, one of us will get like too big of a head, and we'll just send them. Be like, hey, Mike, what they said about
Go
you.
to the YouTube
and,
corner.
yeah. We're like, you need to read some YouTube comments and come back. Oh yeah.
So, on a slightly different track, you guys got to open earlier this year at the San Francisco Oyster Fest for Evo, Mute Math, among other bands. How was that experience?
It was awesome. I mean, I grew up in the San Francisco area. We've all gone together to festivals in Golden Gate Park and So just the idea of like playing out like at a festival in Golden Gate Park, and especially for us, I mean, all the bands, it was awesome, but Mute Math is a band that we've been like big fans of for years. I mean, I remember freshman year, Tyler and I hosting like a Mute Math DVD watching party like in our dorm room, you know, like seeing them live, like totally inspired by their music. And so to be able to like actually hang out with them and talk and say thanks for their music and get to shake their hands and stuff, it was fun. It was a fun day, you know, playing on the stage that big and like a beautiful outdoor setting. And
I'm pretty inspired by Devo.
And Devo, yeah. We're looking into getting some little red hats made for Branches merch.
But I mean, in all reality, like seeing Devo as like 60-year-olds still going at it
Yeah,
and
and
making people
having
go
so
crazy
much
for their
fun.
music, you're like,
I think at one
I
point
could do that.
they
It gives
were
me
playing
hope.
in their underwear,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
yeah, they did strip down.
Yeah,
At
they
their
did.
age, they were
They
amazing.
had like 6
They were
costume
blown away.
changes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They made it look fun, which is an inspiration
They
too.
still got it.
They're still
It's
cranking.
If anything, they have it more now than ever. They're awesome.
You must whip it.
Yeah, they're good.
Still wear the hats. And everything.
They,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah. They had 3 or 4 costume changes. Their green room backstage, they had like all their costumes laid out, and I was like, this is gonna be good. It was awesome.
So you guys recently released your first full length earlier this year.
Mhm.
That was the Dream, I believe.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yep.
How was the experience in finally recording the full album rather than just the EPs?
It was great. I mean, for us, it was one of those things. I think maybe in the first few shows, a reason that we had kind of gravitated towards doing some cover songs too was, you know, only having a handful of songs at our disposal under our belt, and to be able to like all be, you know, we released that when we were all living together in Azusa, still wrapping up kind of that college chapter, and for us to be able to put out 13 songs and work on this high volume of music all at once, and because we have someone as insanely talented as Jacob in the band, he's actually the one that did all of our engineering and producing and mixing, and we were able to just be involved in every step of the process from day one, and just with the generosity of our friends, we just had it, you know, funded before we started, and we were just able to be so like just live with the songs for so long, and a lot of them we've been playing live for a while too, and so we'd already had a chance to kind of work out the kinks, and some of them just happened in studio. We went in, I think, with 10 songs, like was the plan, and we came out with 13. So it's really fun to be able to have enough time. You know, sometimes in an EP it feels like a little bit of a sampler, but to have a full record where you have enough time to go through kind of the ups and downs and the moods that you want to be making, and to make songs of kind of this whole spectrum that you feel like really represents you, and yeah, it's cool to put something out like that you're really proud of.
So, when are you guys looking to make any feature releases yet, or are you still just touring, or?
Yeah, I mean both, but we actually in the last few months we've been working on a few new songs, one of which is a song called Darling, which we're going to be releasing here in the next month or so. So we don't have a release date set on it yet, but we've been working on it kind of behind the scenes, and we're super stoked to be putting out some new stuff and eventually working towards another full release. But for now, we're pretty excited about this song.
You guys looking to get signed? I notice you're unsigned still, self-producing is great, but as you grow in popularity and stuff, are you looking to get signed? Or?
Yeah, I mean, that's always been on the table for us. You know, I think in the indie world there's a lot of resistance to the idea of being signed to a big label or whatever, and I think it's cool to like be independent or whatever, and we've obviously loved it, but we're also, I feel like we're in a place where it's like, you know, if we were like a single person, we're not like we're not like out there like creating an eHarmony page, but we're also open and like keeping our eyes open to the prospects that we may meet at a party or whatever, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that, like we're always open to the idea, but I think what it's going to come down to is finding an opportunity where we can start a relationship with someone that can offer us some things that maybe we haven't been able to do on our own. So it's kind of like eyes open, ear to the ground, but in the meantime, just keep going forward and enjoying what we're doing.
I don't have too much more for you guys, but I got a couple more. Let's see, who would you guys say are some of your largest influences?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we talked earlier about, you know, listening to Mute Math a ton, being able to open for them, and we talked about, you know, a lot of the cover requests we get where people will say, cover a Mumford song or cover a Lumineer song or Head in the Heart, and one of the reasons we don't is because a lot of those bands really inspire us. But as silly as it is, a lot of the songs actually that we cover. I mean, you know, like you said, our first song was by Sufjan Stevens. He's obviously been huge for us, and doing, you know, a song by Simon and Garfunkel and the Beach Boys and Disney movies, like all these things in however silly of a way have, I would say, influenced us to make the music we do. But I would say more than any of that is just playing together. You know, like I can come with a song on acoustic guitar, and it's not going to be nearly what it could be until the six of us get to do it together, and all of a sudden it goes to this next level of you know, possibility. And I feel like that's really the power of the six of us influencing each other, which I'd say is the biggest thing.
All right, so one last question. Well, just this kind of overarching thing, any of you guys can answer or whatever. What would you say is just your favorite things about touring, making music, overall the atmosphere, or whatever you decided to say about it?
Michael has an Ent voice from Lord of the Rings,
True.
so that's probably
We have a lot of really entertaining people for road trips. Like
Plus
And
the
you are bookended by those people right now. This whole group.
yeah.
We have Mitch and I a collection of stupid human tricks.
They should do
teaching one another.
Yeah. We kind of wait for a lull in the drive, and then one of them will just teach us something new they've been hiding in the vault of magic tricks or weird impressions. Michael, would you like to say
something
we're
in
branches?
Entish.
Thanks for listening.
I won't
In
do
the
it.
voice of Treebeard.
I can't
No,
do it in
please.
Treebeard. I can't do it in Treebeard because I don't know specific
What
ones.
about the-
However,
what
I
about the
can
throat
say
red one?
exactly. I can pitch shift my voice. So I'll do that. We are branches. Thanks for listening.
That sounds good.
We are branches. Thanks for listening.
Oh.
So, needless to say, we have a good time.
Well, thank you guys. And good luck at your show tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.